Tonight, Hartford city leaders are cracking down on blighted buildings and bad landlords. And now there is action being taken on the owner of one abandoned building. News 8's Bob Wilson has the story of a large-scale building covered in large-scale graffiti.
It's not just any building in downtown Hartford.
It is a very large building.
It's the old Xerox headquarters, formerly a state building, a prominent building with prominent graffiti.
It came to my attention because people started calling me, and pretty soon after I drove by it, and look, I'm really disappointed.
Located right next to the highway between Etna and the Capitol, tens of thousands of people pass by it every day.
But it's right in the middle of three neighborhoods that really we're starting to see some growth, some life coming into those neighborhoods again.
And while the neighborhoods continue to grow and flourish, so does the graffiti.
We saw the initial graffiti, and each few days I see more graffiti on it.
So the building right here is not only a focal point for the Capitol and the LOB, but also for businesses here along Capitol Avenue. There's an ice cream store, a coffee shop, restaurants, Fire and Spice right here, right across the street from the building. The owner says she's glad the mayor is taking this on.
And I drive by on the highway and I'm like, oh my God, that's just ugly.
And it's right next to your business.
And it's right next to our business. Like, yeah, what's the message?
I don't want that to be what people think of when they drive by Hartford, and we haven't seen the cleanup in the aftermath of the graffiti. And so we just started this week levying fines of $1,200 a day on that property. In fact, we have an ordinance before council, and if they pass it, we can up that fine to $3,000.
Wow.
Mayor's serious.
So he's fining the owner of that building $1,200 a day to get rid of that? Good.
I'm disappointed that property wasn't secured. I'm disappointed that that property that we've given tax abatements to at the city, that we've reached out to and tried to work with that owner to redevelop, that it's sitting there, that's vacant. I've been talking to the leaders of the Etna, the Hartford, in that corridor, and they're really interested in helping revitalize that neighborhood around them. We're working closely with them to try to loop them into our plans.
We did reach out to the owners, try to get their side of the story. It's a holiday. We were unsuccessful. However, the mayor says they're staying on top of it. In Hartford, Bob Wilson, News 8.